So today we are going to be trying out a few new products. I have recently been looking into some new holiday kits that are coming out slowly. As we get closer to the holidays, we will be seeing a lot of these kits showing up in stores and online as well. So that's kind of where I am sort of putting my focus as far as shopping for makeup, looking for kits and sets to use, try new things, and also share with you guys here on the channel. So today's video is going to be about the Becca Jet Set Glow Kit, which has 2 primers and a brightener for the under eye area. This kit, I believe, is $25. I'll put it up on the screen so that you know exactly what is the price point. So you do get the First Light Priming Filter, which is the primer that's kind of purpley, and it has a bit of a sheen to it, but it's not super glowy as this one, which is the Backlight Priming Filter, which has been out for quite some time, and you can get both of these individually full size if you're interested, which is kind of the thought that I had. If I liked one of these with my foundation, that maybe I could use primers more often, because I do have primers from like Bare Minerals, and I use them from time to time, but not every day. I'm not a huge primer person. I think that sometimes they can make a difference. It just depends on your skin type and the foundations that you're putting on top of it. And you also get the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, which is a very small little size. And I have tried a sample of this from Sephora before, and I don't remember if I liked it or not. It's a light pink. It does have a sheen to it, so we'll see exactly how that plays with the under eye area. Typically you have some brightening products that have more peachy tones to kind of color correct under the eye, but this is supposed to be a brightening one, and it just says Under Eye Brightening Corrector, so there's no specific shades. They may have other tones in this product, but which I'm not sure of, because again, I'm not too familiar with a lot of the Becca skincare, or not skincare, what am I talking about? I'm not too familiar with the Becca makeup products. I do have some highlighters from them, which that's probably what they're best known for. And I haven't tried any of their powders, eyeshadows, foundations. So if any of you have tried it, please let me know what you guys think, what works, what doesn't. So if I ever try it, I know exactly where to go in that brand. So I think today I'm going to go for the, I haven't even opened them. They have still the seal on it. The purple, no. Okay, so it just busted again. I think it's just the altitude here when they ship products in the mail. I just made a huge mess all over my desk. I'm pretty sure I wasted quite a bit of that product. But it comes out purple like this, and I have tried this before, like swatching it and playing around with it in store, but I can never commit because you know, they're not the cheapest when it comes to products, you know, so I just want to try the kit first. And I remember when I tried this out in store on the back of my hand a while ago, I think maybe a couple months back, I remember thinking that it felt quite soft. I'm just going to put this all over my eyelids too. Screw it. So I'm just massaging this in. It does have a lemony kind of scent to it. There is some fragrance, but it is listed almost at the very end, so I'm not too concerned about that. It does have ginger root extract. It's got seawater. It's got some, it has mica in it, which is going to give it a bit of a sheen. But when you rub this in, especially as, I don't know about the other one, I think the other one's a little bit more shimmery, but this one, when you blend it in, it just makes your skin look nice and healthy. It's not an obvious shimmer, which is why I like it so far, because primers that have a lot of shimmer and dewiness on top of oiliness that starts to accumulate throughout the day, it just kind of makes you look super shiny. So for me, I like to go with primers that are more either brightening or just your basic standard clear, or you know, the creamy white colors that don't have any shimmer in it. This has a little bit of mica, so if you haven't tried this, just be warned that there is a little bit of it. I'm going to attempt to open this one. When you blend this one in, there is a bit of a sheen that's happening. I don't know if you guys can you see that? When I move my hand, when it catches the light, I'm looking at my viewfinder just to make sure this is working here, but you can see a bit of shimmer. So if you have dry skin, if you like the overall radiant dewiness, you can add this in to your moisturizer. You can mix it into a foundation and add a bit of glow. This one that I'm wearing right now, the purple one, it doesn't feel heavy. It does make my skin feel very silky and smooth. I do have some marula oil from Drunk Elephant on that I apply with my skincare and my vitamin C serum. So it does feel quite silky and soft. So I'm hoping that this works. I'm thinking for today, the foundation I'm going to use is my Clinique Even Better foundation with SPF 15. I have been enjoying this quite a bit. I wear number 24 linen, which is just a tad light for me right now. But I'm going to apply this, and I'll be back to do the under eye portion of it. Since we're only working on face products today, I'm not going to do the rest of the face on camera. So this is the foundation I'm wearing today, and then I will be back so we can do concealer. Alright, so I've already applied my foundation, and I do have to say that my Clinique foundation blended very, very well over this primer, and I am really happy with it. I just did one little squeeze of this. Not too much, just because I don't want to put too much on today. So you may still see a few of my imperfections, and I'm okay with that. Overall, it just looks very smooth. Everything blended very nicely, and I think that these types of primers, or using a primer, especially if you have any sort of dryness, texture, or any skin issues that you may go through, whether it's just temporary because of the season or it's a constant issue, they can help make foundations look a little bit better, especially if you have any sort of dryness or flakiness, because it's almost like those tend to kind of suck up all the foundation, and it's almost impossible to make it look good. So my dryness area is through my chin, and so far it's looking pretty good. I do have some little spots here, maybe hormonal, I don't know what it is, but we're moving on past that. And I feel like so far everything looks nice and smooth. It feels pretty good. So now I'm going to do the concealer, the brightener, and that's an up close shot of it. It's a very light pink color, and it does feel quite thick. So I would suggest maybe doing a little bit and then adding as you go. So I'm going to take a little bit. And I do have a little bit of foundation on, but I'm going to take a little bit of this and just kind of pat this right in here where I have the darkest part here. And then whatever's left, just kind of soften that out and blend it into the outer corner of the eye and get right into this innermost part, because there is a little bit of shadowing there, so it can make it look a little dark. I don't know if you can see a difference. I mean, I can see a difference. I feel like it looks brighter. You might be able to notice it a little bit more once I do like concealer and there's more contrast between, the color tones on my skin. But so far I'm thinking that a tiny, tiny bit is really all you need. I can almost guarantee that if you put too much of this on, you're going to get creasing, just because it is a thicker formula. It's almost the consistency of the Benefit Erase paste. So if you use that, or if you used it in the past, which I have, and I used to enjoy the coverage and the color corrector portion of it, but not the thickness of it. I feel like it was too much, and it sometimes can make the under eye area look very heavy. So that's my concern with this, because it is a thicker consistency. But I think that if you do it very light like I did, I think you can get away with it. And of course, we need to definitely add some more product to the skin and kind of bring life back to the skin, because I'm looking pretty flat. But just a tiny bit goes a long way, and it blends in very nicely. I don't see it clinging or creasing at the moment. So far so good. You can use this on its own, or you can apply a concealer over it, which I'm thinking I may do a little bit of concealer right on this outer portion, and if I do, then it would be my mineral-based concealers that I use, or foundations, just here in this area. So far so good. So I guess the next thing would be sort of checking in at the end of my day instead of doing check-ins throughout the day, because this is just a primer to kind of brighten up the skin and giving you, a first light priming effect. So I'm just going to kind of keep an eye on it and see how my skin does with it throughout the day. If I have any sort of issues with it, reactions possibly to an ingredient, I would definitely let you guys know. But I will see you guys in a few hours, most likely towards the end of my day before I wash my face, to kind of give you a glimpse of what this looks like. So I will see you guys in a little while. Alright guys, so I am back to do my final check-in for the day. I'm about to go downstairs and have dinner. We're having greens with some smoked salmon, so I'm excited about that. So I wanted to do this really quickly before I forget, because I tend to forget some things when I get busy with dinner, then it's taking off the makeup, getting into the pajamas, relaxing, and then I'm not doing anything else for the rest of the night. So I have been wearing the Becca First Light Priming Filter Instant Complexion Refresh. That's a long name for a primer, but it's the purple one with the Clinique Even Better foundation, and we are about 8 hours into wearing this makeup, and this is what my skin looks like. I do have a little bit of shininess here, but honestly it just looks fresh and dewy. To me, it doesn't look oily. Under the eyes, there's not a whole lot of creasing going on with the Becca Brightener, which I was afraid of. I did use the tiniest bit though for that, and that's what I would recommend. I really enjoyed the primer. I think it really helped with the longevity of this, especially going 8 hours without touching up at all. And I have the Clinique moisturizer, and I will list everything down below as far as the moisturizers that I had on. And I mixed that with a bit of marula oil today, so I had a lot of hydration going on, and then this primer, and then the foundation. So honestly, I'm pretty shocked that I went this long without doing absolutely no touch-ups whatsoever. It might have to do with the skincare, the combination of the primer with the foundation. Who knows, but I'm loving this combo. So I do think that this set for $25 is really worth it because you get 2 of the primers. Now, I have not tried the Backlight Priming Filter. This one is very shimmery, so this is not something that I would want to use all the time under my foundations. I may actually use this over my foundation or on the high points of my face and then apply foundation over it, so those areas have a bit more glow. But in the areas that I would get oily, I wouldn't even recommend trying this or buying this for someone who's oily. So for me, I would maybe do some sort of update in a favorites possibly, or just in some tutorial video along down the line. You may see me use this. So overall, I think I'm pretty impressed. If it wasn't for this kit, honestly, I wouldn't have tried these products because, again, Becca is known for their dewy products. They're highlighting that super glow, which I think is beautiful. But unfortunately, for those of us who are in the oily skin category, we can't always have all that shimmer all over the place unless it's sort of specific areas like the high points of the face, the cheekbones, down the nose, Cupid's bow, inner corner, brow highlight, you get it. So honestly, I was pleasantly surprised, and I think this sort of kind of opened up a little bit for me to try something with a bit of a sheen as far as primers are concerned, because I never would have, honestly, like I said, I would have never tried these shimmery or illuminating, complexion brightening type of glowy highlighters or primers or anything like that if it wasn't for kits like this. So I would recommend that. If you can get it, order it, try it, let me know what you think. If you've tried these, share with me your feedback on them. Any other Becca products that you have tried, let me know. Thank you so much for being here for this video, and don't forget to subscribe. You can follow me on social media. It's always down below, and I'll talk to you very soon.